Hey, coaches, this time I figured in our March meeting I would go ahead and do it virtually since we had so much going on. I wanted to make sure everybody had their time. And, if you have any questions, please, obviously, my door is always open. Come see me. Be glad to go through anything we've got. Remember, guys, we're all about developing character in our student athletes while igniting passion and courage to compete. That's what we believe in. It's what we do. And that's what we're all here rocking and rolling with our programs. So keep that in mind as we move forward. Now, as we keep going, remember, we got a lot of our seasons going in the spring. Little Mermaid starting this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Bring your family. Band and chorus will be having their performances coming up here in the next month or so. Baseball has started their season. They're about 4 or 5 games into their season, rocking and rolling. Golf had their first matches this past couple weeks, as well as track had their first matches. Actually had some really good success, especially with a lot of our girls. Soccer is ranked. Boys soccer is ranked and moving on. They start the region play actually tonight. And girls soccer had a couple big wins and is moving forward as we go. So really proud of what we're going and what we're doing. And let's just keep rolling, guys, as we move forward. So a couple things that I make sure we need to talk about today. Again, one big need that we keep running into is CDL. Please, if you're interested, let's get you signed up and going. Because until then, you can't leave until 4:15 p.m. and that's just, we're kind of struggling with that with some of our drivers, and I'm sorry that happens. I can't drive as much as I'd like to. I wish I could. So please make sure we're all rocking and rolling, trying to get somebody on our staff with a CDL. The more drivers we get, one, it's extra pay for you, and also it allows you to save some time. Leadership Academy. Really love the direction we're going. I think we've got a solid program for our athletes and to really build the culture of our school and our programs. Need to make sure, again, we get all of ours going, and we're going to actually start doing applications here soon, and I really think this is a program that our kids will grow. Please pour into this. Get your kids there. Make sure they're going. This is going to be something that's going to grow our programs, grow our school, and it's imperative that we push this on our kids and get them there. 200% accountability. Just a couple weeks ago, we almost lost one of our teams because of a locker room situation. All the kids were in the locker room, and one of our students tested positive. Luckily, we were able to realize that student really went in there long enough to quarantine, but we've got to be smart about what we're doing. Know that we are making sure kids are not in the locker room, but for small amounts of time with small groups of people, it's socially distanced. Make sure your practices are planned accordingly. Make sure you have all of this planned so that way we don't have to move any kids away from your team and have to quarantine your team. So please be smart about this. Dragonfly, coaches, please go through Dragonfly. Make sure all kids have their forms. Make sure nothing's in red. And you should have all your players ready to go and bolded. So please make sure you've done this. With that being said, it'll be a little easier next year because it looks like our friends of Atlanta Rehab are going to come in and help provide us free physicals. No dates have been set yet, but please encourage all your athletes to be there. And my plan would be maybe the couple days before or the week before, we do our Dragonfly Day. We bring your parents in, we get them signed up. We're there to help them. And then on the free physical day, kids are in the gym, spaced out. They come down, they get their physical, and as soon as they get it, they hand it to me, and we upload it and get it in there, and then it's done. And then hopefully we don't have to worry about Dragonfly again until the next semester. So that's one of those things. Let's make sure we get that knocked out. So hopefully we can get that worked out soon. All right, number 5. Right now we are currently not allowed to have banquets, but we're allowed to have award ceremonies. Biggest difference is food. They really just don't want people serving themselves and going through this process of forcing us in an enclosed area. But basically what we're looking at is basically like with basketball, we're going to host it in the gym and have them come to the main floor. If we want to host it at the stadium or even in our PAC, which is a great facility, we can socially distance, spread them out, and go from there. So if that's something you'd like to have, come to me. Let's go through the details. Make sure, again, we have everybody socially distanced. Everybody has masks, and that we are going through all the protocols to make sure it's safe, yet a great moment for our kids to honor their accomplishments on the field. Speaking of accomplishments on the field, signings. We are definitely still going to do this. I would love to set this up and kind of have this moment for our students. So if we have anybody that is signing, please let me know, and I'd like to coordinate this. My plan would be to do this late April, early May for any of our students. Obviously, I want to coordinate this with all of us, so I want to make sure we get any athlete that's going to sign. Let's go ahead and get that together so we can have a nice celebration for our kids. Jacket fitting. I've been asked when the next jacket fitting is. It is March 10th. March 10th, we're going to have our next jacket fitting. So any students that still would like to have a Letterman jacket, we'll be doing our fitting on March 10th in the cafeteria during lunchtime. Make sure they know that they have to pay for their jacket there to order it. Make sure they get what they want, and remind them that we are only doing the white sleeves now, that they don't have that option. That's what we decided as a athletics department, and so that's what we are going to go with. Number 8, torch awards. So just like last year, we honored Drew Highfield and Tessa Ryder as our East Hall High School representative of torch awards. Now remember, torch awards are not necessarily the best athlete. It is the best representative of our school who is a part of athletics. And so we're talking about good character, everything that we just talked about in what we believe in. That's our nominees. So I need your nominees by March 20th. This is the person for your sport who we recommend, and I'd like you to give us a little reason why. Then from there, we'll have a final vote, and everything's going to be due for us with photos of that student and a video on April 7th. And then the torch awards themselves will actually be hosted here at East Hall High School in our PAC on May 20th. So real excited that we get to host that and we get to honor our students one other way. I also sent out just recently, today, a participation survey. That participation survey is about how many male and female athletes that are in your program. So please make sure we have that taken care of soon so I can get that to the GHSA, and we eventually have to get that to Hall County Schools. Big update, we will be getting turf field soon. This starting right after graduation, basically, we will be installing turf field into our stadium. So, and we'll actually have a lot of remodeling to our stadium. We're going to make it handicap friendly. And we are going to eventually, hopefully, get a new concession stand and do a lot of things that make our field usable, including electronic ports and data entry ports all across the field at the different 4 points. So really excited about the renovations coming on our field. So a lot going on our campus over the next 3 years. This will be a whole new looking place that I'm excited to be at. Graduation is going to be May 14th for East Hall High School, for all high schools for that matter. And so we do understand that hopefully some of y'all have some great seasons and get really deep in the playoffs. And if you do, just understand that May 14th is also graduation. So we may want to let our seniors aware of that as we move forward, as we go. I know obviously there's a time for questions and concerns. So if you have any, please send them to me an email. Let me know what you need and how I can help you. Obviously, guys, we have a great staff. I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate all you do and pour into our programs. Thank you so much for what you do. You're undervalued and underappreciated, but just know, for me, I do care about you. You guys are great. I love the directions our programs are going and what we're doing. So keep up the great work, and if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.